Hey guys, Appalachian Knife Reviews back with a new video, and I have had enough people ask me about this knife to where I wanted to do an individual video. This was part of a much bigger video where I did a bunch of Temu knives. So several people asked me why I didn't like this knife, and I figured time to do a video to show everybody. So this is a clone of a Demko. If you can see, there is no Demko marking on this knife. So the way I personally call them, if they look exactly like the real thing but they don't actually have the markings on them, I call them a clone. If this had the Demko signature and the Demko marks here, we would call it counterfeit or a copy, but this is, or when I guess clone would still be, copy and clone. Counterfeit would be the right word. It's not a counterfeit, although you get what I'm saying. So people ask me why I did not like this specific knife. Well, the first thing is, when it came out of the box, it was dull as crap. I mean, this knife, I mean, I could cut through paper with it, but it's dull. And then the other thing, I for full disclosure, I do not own any Demko knives. I bought this because I'd never owned any knives with the shark lock on it. I believe that's what it's called, the shark lock. And some of the Temu knives I bought because some of these knives are really expensive. I bought the Temu version and see if it's something I even like first before I go spend a bunch of money on something. That's worked out, I want to say probably about 50-50. I've bought so many Temu knives that some of them have then pushed me to go buy the real one, and some of them that have kept me from buying the real one. And this, I don't want to say this will keep me from buying the real one, because I hope the action is not on the real ones like this. So let me show you guys. So in the comments, tell me if I'm doing something wrong with this, but it was my understanding you could hold down on the shark lock and flip that knife open. As you can see, there is no flipping that knife open. I'm pulling down on the shark lock. I mean, I really have to whip my hand out there to get that to open. If you look, see if, I don't know if I can show this to you or even if you can hear it. So you pull down and like right there, I mean, it's really tough right there. That's why it won't open. Then once you get past that, it's all right. And then even closing it, I mean, it won't close. Now again, I know there's going to be comments. You should not be comparing a fake action to a real action. Which you're right. You're correct. The real knife action should not be as bad as the action on these Temu knives. But this knife from Temu, and I'll put a link if it's available. So a lot of times what I've found when I buy a knife on Temu, I'll go back and they'll either be sold out or discontinued. And then a couple weeks later, it'll pop back up again. So if it's available, I'll put a link down in the description. I have an affiliate with Temu. I do make, it's an affiliate link. You guys know how that works. Obviously, you do not have to use my affiliate link, but if you do, I would appreciate it. It does help the channel grow, helps me buy more Temu knives. That's what I do. Any money I make off Temu, I turn right back around and buy more stuff on Temu to do videos on. I have no more Temu knives coming at the moment. I've told other guys, said in other videos, if there's a specific Temu knife you want me to do a video on, just hit me up in the comments of any of my videos and tell me which one you want to see. And if it's available, I'll go pick it up. And once it gets here a week later, 2 weeks later, then we'll do a video on it. Let me go ahead and do what we normally do. Let me show you guys the weight of this thing. Now, if you own one, you can tell me if this compares to the real one or not. So 3.802 ounces. Let's do the measurements here. So it's about almost 4.5 inches when it's closed. Your overall is about 7, almost 7.5, and you've got about a 2 3/4 inch blade. I really like the blade design of these of the Demko knife. Not this. This is obviously not a Demko, but I like this blade design. Just you guys tell me, should I mean, am I doing this right? I mean, is this lockup, is this mechanism really that bad on this specific knife, or is that even what the real ones are like? I mean, you can see. I don't want to get my hand in there. It won't, it's not very, and maybe that's the way it's supposed to be made, but I really like my knives being quite fidgety, and this is not fidgety at all. I mean, you really got to pull that down to get it to move. I don't even know if, yeah, see, I can't close it that way at all. And then opening it, again, I'm going to show you guys. I can do it if I flip it out there hard, but to normally flip it, yeah, that ain't going to open. So that's the end of my TED Talk on this Temu knife video. If you like what I'm doing here, make sure to hit that like button on these videos, because it really does help the channel, helps reach more people. If you have not yet, please consider subscribing. I hope to see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a good day.